don't think I did one of these in a while. I don't think I did one of these in a while. But yeah, y'all know. They unalive me or bury me. Unalive to me or buried to me is when somebody, especially if you was married, and they left you, but they didn't really leave you. They left you and probably married somebody in the family, and then they sacrificed you. But in the physical term, you might not look at it. They might not look at it like as if they sacrificed you, but not knowing when they stole the energy from you and gave it to another one, they actually sacrificed you. Within that being said, they actually sacrificed themselves. So that's another way to sell your soul too. Amen. Amen. But where that energy gonna go? Oh, I don't understand. God, I don't understand. Why did my family disregard me? So where do we go from here? They sold their soul too. Because see, your soul had to go somewhere. Where did your soul go to? See, these kind of magic tricks, see, this is black magic, this is dark magic, this is sorcery. You gotta take a piece of your soul just to do something like this. That's why you get so cold after you do something like this. And if you do something like this too many times, you stay cold from doing something like this. And this could be the way we create a seared heart. Just like Pharaoh's heart. God has hardened his heart. Why would God harden his heart? That's a good question. If somebody can answer this question, it'll be amazing to me. If I had to answer the question, not knowing if the question is right or wrong, I would say, if you do such sorcery and it take a piece of your soul, okay? And you being warned because you taking a piece of your soul, you know it's taking a piece of your soul. Your other witches and warlock friends told you just gonna take a piece of your soul, even after you done already gave a piece of your soul. But you realizing the money was good. You thinking that the money was good, even though the Judas money was no good. Okay? So, yeah, some things went wrong, but you got the money. So you take it upon yourself to do it again. So you take another piece of your soul, realizing that your karma is getting worse and worse as you sell a piece of your soul. So wouldn't that be the warning? That would be the warning from God. That would be the warning from your conscience. That would be your discerning spirit saying, no more. Stop doing it. But you keep doing it. And everybody who participated in such a thing, because this is group activity stuff. This is why it's forbidden art. This is why it's forbidden jutsu, because it takes a whole lot of people to do this in order to make it come true. So all y'all are giving off a piece of your soul. So all of y'all are tearing off a piece of your soul. So you keep tearing off a piece of your soul. Your discerning spirit keeps telling you no, no, no. And what you don't know is your soul is incarnating in hell and it's begging you to stop. It's begging you to stop. The karma that you are getting from doing this is begging you to stop. Just because you can shop though, just because you can get a car, just because you can go buy a house, you feel like it's okay, so you're not gonna stop. But if you only could see the face on your soul in hell, you would do more than stop. You would break down and get on your knees and beg for forgiveness from God from doing such a thing. But since you or not looking in your head, not knowing that you're doing these magics. See, some of y'all is doing magic as an illiterate. You believe in going to the crossroads. You believe in selling your soul, but somehow, some way, you don't believe that God is real. You stopped believing in God a long time ago. So you continue to break off a piece of your soul till you down to the last piece of your soul. So now your heart is seared. Now, God can say, I have hardened your heart, if I was to say, but I'm sure it's probably different. I have hardened your heart. Because if you got no more soul, then your heart can't feel no more. So of course God have hardened your heart, because it was up to God to let your soul go. You see what I'm saying? You see how we talking now? You see how we all learning and evolving now? Isn't it beautiful? So I was just telling my Liam, now you know they buried me, lady. She know. I know she know, 'cause I could feel her. And I know she worried about me, 'cause I can feel her. So I understand, 'cause I feel her. But she know they buried me, so I ain't got no reason. I'm the kind of person that when they do try to come back into my life and make things right, that's the beauty in being stuck in the South Node when you were supposed to already been in your North Node. I get a thrill off of looking those in the eye, especially if it's the one that I used to look up to, the one that I thought that was better than myself when I was too young to know. I get a thrill off of them. That's a blessing from God, when God put me in a position, or I'm stuck in a position to where these people have to come to me and say, let me back in, so I can look them in the eyes and tell them no. Because that's that one moment in time I'm gonna waste my time looking you in your eyes, because I want to see your soul. Unfortunately for you, you have no soul, but hopefully you still have a soul. So, what am I getting out of this situation? Like, yeah, they buried me. I'm still in the depths of solitude here. I got no signs that I'm being free. I got no signs from the physical that I'm gonna be free. I got no signs that I'm winning in the physical. There's nothing around me telling me that I'm winning in the physical. But God have told me I was winning. God have showed me that I'm winning. God have held me through this situation. And not only have he held me in this situation, he helped me learn through the situation and showed me what he was doing in the situation, and why the situation seemed to be with so much patience. Shepherd patience, may I add. And as I'm going through this with God, he showed me all the so-called friends. He showed me all my so-called lovers. He showed me all my so-called family members. He showed me what they did and how they did and what they did it for. And with that being said, he also showed me where their soul gonna go. Way before all this happened. If you go to Facebook, I told you all this was gonna happen. What's puzzling me is the fact that you are still literally selling pieces of your soul, knowing that your soul is gonna go to a place that's beyond cold. So, so God he said, you're a warrior angel. I need you to be a prayer warrior down there. Oh, I'm a warrior angel, God? That's how I'm gonna get down there and fight battles. No, not physically, mentally. You're a warrior angel, and I need you to be a prayer warrior down there. So now we see why some of us go to prison. We are being forced to become like a tree. Because if anything, God need our prayers more than anything. Because a lot of y'all, it's a lot of angels out here that don't know that they're angels. And y'all are a lot of us are prayer warriors. And you are purposely put in a position to where you ain't got no choice but to be a prayer warrior. Somehow we just manipulate that and turn it perverse as well. That's the problem. We got to work on it. And we will gonna work on it, and we are working on it. I don't know if y'all working on it. I'm gonna say y'all working on it because all this knowledge that I've been giving y'all, even if this doppelganger been stealing it and breaking it down and making it evil, I'm hoping y'all getting it. Don't be in them prisons with your head down. You be in them prisons with your head high and you become like a tree. Because if you are a warrior angel, or if you are an angel, trust me when I tell you, your life on earth isn't to live the American dream. You are exactly where you need to be to fulfill your purpose that God created you to be. Now, get on your knees and start praying and asking God, please, let me know exactly what I need to be doing. Get to meditating. Read your Bible. Pray and pray and pray. Meditate till your body, till your soul leave your body every day. You get rest, and when your soul get back into your body, you feel rejuvenated. It just quench your, what's the word? Quench your thirst like Gatorade. Or alkaline water. Now, so let's move on. So God showed me, if I had to go through this, Job is strong. I couldn't have been Job. But I am me, and I am my father's child. And I wanted to learn like Job learned. I want to be obedient like Job was obedient. I wanted to make sure no matter what I went through, I stayed right there beside God no matter what. No matter what. And I knew that things was going to get worse than worse. And I prepared myself in a healthy way for the worst because I was on my purpose and I knew I was at work. And I knew it was going to get worse before it got better because it's not about me. It's about saving souls. It's about uplifting the people. It's about elevating the earth. It's not about me. It's not about what they stole from me. It's not about what they took from me. It's not about me at all. It's about elevating the earth. So I had to get beside myself, check myself, correct myself every day. And I'm still doing it. And I'm going to tell some of y'all, I've been doing this for almost 20 years now. And I still ain't got the best of myself. It's just ongoing. So that's why I'm telling y'all, be careful, be weary when you wasting so much time. You in your mid-20, late 20, mid-30, late 30, and you still wasting so much time because if you only knew the work you're supposed to put in when it's time for you to do your purpose for the divine, you'll wish you never wasted so much of your time. So, I get into this situation. God tells me about what's going on. And God says, son, you're going to have to do these tests. I said, God, these tests is not of God. Jesus Christ didn't do these tests. Jesus Christ died to prove to us stuff like this wasn't right. Are you telling me, divine, that I got to do this time? I don't get it, God. And God said, you got to do it because you are a warrior angel. You are on a mission. You already got you a life. You got plenty of wives. You got plenty of kids. You already got the life that you think you never had. You just can't remember because you got that baby brain when you came back to earth. You already got everything. You got more than you can imagine. I need you to do this job. I need you to do this job. So I get into these jobs, but I gotta do these jobs accordingly. I gotta walk with God accordingly. So it's an angel beside me. It's a passenger beside me. He's doing this too much, God. He's not doing this enough, God. Analyzing me. He won't do it at all, God. He's sleeping too much, God. And then when the weather starts to change around me, my ancestors will wake up the limb for me to wake me up and send a message to me. Tell them to get up, God. And I know when that limb send me a message, I know that it's not her sending me the message. I know that the message is from God. Hopefully she won't hear this message to get ahead of herself and get on my nerve and then not be God. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm in this situation and I'm going through this situation. I said, God, I see what's going on. I understand what's going on. I see the people who've been hurting me and I see the people who still planning on hurting me. And I see how they don't even feel that they hurting me. They don't care that they hurt. My brother probably involved in this. My mom and daddy involved in this. My sister's probably involved in this. My siblings is probably involved in this. New energy that shouldn't have been involved in this is involved in this. Lovers that supposed to have been lovers is involved in this. How am I supposed to evolve in this? God said this is how. You are already evolving in this. Them ain't your family no more. Them are deities, entities. They gave up a long time ago. A lot of them. Oh God, I'm weeping now. Can they say they sold? God, I don't want them to leave. Yeah, they could come back from a seared heart. But will they come back from a seared heart? And that's not for you to worry about. I need you to do your job now. That's why you don't feel no love. That's why you feel like they can do so much to you and you don't know why they hate you so much. I built you and I put you down there to save them from that. Out of all the wrong, out of all the kids they done had and everything that they done been doing bad, I literally gave them one more opportunity to do right by one child, even though they done screwed up all them kids' lives. I gave them one child to do right by so they can make right by their lives and save their souls. And you are their only hope. You are the only one that's gonna take them from generational curses to generational wealth. If they make you, if they do wrong by you, then they will lose their soul. No matter who they think they are in the astro, they will descend and have to go into that sail hole. So he started showing me the mothers of these entities. And they were like, have mercy on them. Because they don't know no better, no. You know what I'm saying? Showing me how they aren't going to have a problem hurting me. But this is who they are. Then he started showing me museums. I'm a museum. Vessels, that's museums out here. He started showing me the importance of these museums, how they hold certain information that other vessels can't hold. And this is why a lot of times that they stay, you know, and it takes so long for them to get old, get rid of them, get gone. And it seems like they torture you forever. But it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the purpose. It's all part of God's book. It's all part of learning. It's all part of us coming together and evolving together after we see this together. So I'm asking God, I say, okay, God, I get it. I see why I'm supposed to do what I'm supposed to do, and I could tell my life is really, really miserable, and it's gonna be miserable for a while. Now, is there any way you could do anything for me so I won't be miserable for so long? And he said, I'm gonna let you, I was gonna be able to work. I said, I don't want to work, I wanna see these people get what they got coming to them. He said, you don't wanna see that. I said, I wanna see these people get what they got coming to them. He said, well, okay, this is right here gonna be worth it though, because you ain't gonna be bored when you really see how deep it go. So I started seeing different organizations, not just the ones y'all keep claiming, different organizations. That could be gang members, that could be anything. The judicial system, anything. He showed me how different experiments, big people involved in it. And then he showed me the karma they finna get for being involved in it. And then he showed me person by person the karma that they started getting for being involved in it. And this is just the beginning. He said, trust no one. So my limb always tell me, baby, you ain't gotta tell me to trust no one. I already know everybody around me is involved in it. You just gotta hee laugh and smile when you dealing with demons. When they finally on demon time, when they got a seared heart, ain't no point in you keep correcting them. You keep correcting them, you gonna send yourself straight to jail. Trust me, I know. Ain't no point in being different around them. This is how I trick them. I keep the conversation the same, or petty, or lame, or definitely irrelevant. And if I have told them something about my situation, it's something irrelevant that I already done told everybody, the same thing that I've been telling everybody. Oh, they buried me alive. That's all I tell most everybody. Because that's when I blow the whistle, that's the first thing I said, so everybody already know that part. I don't tell them nothing else. I ain't gonna tell them nothing else because I don't trust them. So the story is still the same with me, but they don't get that. God do though. Why is it like that? Why do I gotta be like that? Because for some reason, I've been stuck in my south node. But now I know the reason. The reason is because this purpose that had to come into fruition. And until this smoke clear, I gotta play my role. This is called adapting to some of the worstest places you could go. I already know I can't trust nobody. I already know when the people came across the road, the buzzards came in my yard and warned me about the people that came across the road, or the crows warned me about the people that came across the road. But I already also know I don't deal with these people, and I just know these people because I was the one that took care of these people as they was kids and trying to grow. So the last thing I'm gonna wanna do is just treat them cold, because they already know. I know they family members, I know this and that, they still cool, they straight. I don't know what they know, but I already know for a fact that I already got a code. And it's gonna be to tell everybody the same code and nothing more. Oh, they buried me alive, unalive me. And I've been walking this yard for 5 years. And that's as far as the conversation goes. They don't get in my car, and if you could go back to my ex-wife, she'll tell you. Everywhere we went, it was only me and him in the car when we rode. If he wasn't in the studio doing business with them people, there was nowhere to be seen. Every time he went out and had a good time, it was only me and him in the car when we rode. That's why I thought he was so low. That's why I thought he was so weak, because he wasn't hanging with the fellas. He wasn't gang banging with the fellas. I thought he was weak because he always wanted me around him instead of the fellas, not knowing that by having me around him and protecting me while I'm around him with the fellas was as hard as a gangster can go. Because when you can have a woman around everybody and they not disrespecting your woman, especially if she the finest one in the show, that's called respect. And you better know. If she didn't know it then, she know it now. That's called respect. I take my family around anywhere I go. Nobody around where I'm at, nobody even thinking about disrespecting my family where I'm at. They safe everywhere I go. That's respect. Now, I could go to another city where they don't know me and they might disrespect me. But my family ain't gonna go. So when they do disrespect me, I'ma change gears. And for the next time they see me, my family gonna be able to go. Cause they gonna know not to disrespect me no more. And that's how I grow. I ain't never been scared of nobody. I don't care about the lies y'all been hearing out there. If anybody can live in the streets, live in the slums, and grow up in the slums, and grow up in the street, and they got one gang member tattooed on his body, no offense to gang members, because I got y'all. I love y'all too. I love everybody. I had friends and family in that too. But I didn't want to join nobody. All I had was God on my side, and I walked with just God on my side. And it's hell when you ain't got nobody but God on your side, especially when people just look at with their physical eyes and don't see nobody around you. They gonna take advantage of you because they don't really believe in God like you do. Okay? So let's get back to it. So God, I asked God, I said, God, show me, so what we going with this? He showed me how deep it really goes. He showed me how people was getting married in my name. He showed me how they throw me in some kind of thing online and buried me. And they could just legally cipher energy out of me. Take my creativity. I didn't even have no creativity. I was a child that went to school and told my teacher I ain't got no creativity. God made a mistake when he built me. God made a mistake. I was accidentally built when God built me. He didn't mean to build me. And the teachers would say, surely that's a lie. They didn't even agree with me. But in this situation, God woke up every bit of me and showed me the creativity inside of me. And then he showed me how I was gonna be so happy about the creativity inside of me, but people was gonna steal that creativity inside of me. So they put me in this situation where they had to put me in this barrel. They had to put me in this bucket. They had to put all my skills in this bucket, and legally, they could take everything from me. He showed me how my family and my so-called lovers bind it together to do this. And now you bind it together forever, for eternity. So see, love, I can't deal with these people. They are binded. But at the end of the day, I'm still in my south node. I haven't went to the north node yet. So I still got to deal with these people that's binded. And it's hard to deal with people that's blinded. So what you do, you code yourself. You tell them what you want them to hear so they can rumble around blindly. Oh, they unalive, man. I've been walking this yard for 5 years. Oh, this and that and this and that. I don't tell them nothing seriously. But it really don't matter if I did or didn't, because I done been here in this situation for so long. No one ride in the car but me. If it ain't my lover with me, it's no one else but me. And like I said, my ex-wife can verify that for me. I don't need pictures of stuff. Like my boy OG said, I don't need pictures of stuff. You can ask about me. You can research me. No, I ain't never been to prison. Been to jail a few times, but that don't even matter. And I ain't been shot, but I've been shot at a few times, dodging them like Neo as if it didn't matter. I mean, Neo, dodging it like Neo as if it didn't matter. Never ran from a gun. And never ran from a battle. And I don't swim when I fight, because I've been in too many battles. The worst luck I'm going to have in a fight is not being in a battle in a while. And they might stick me, they might sneak me, and I might startle. But when they rock me, the memory gonna come back to me. And the last thing they gonna see me is skedaddle. I ain't never ran from a battle. And nobody can lie and tell you I ran from a battle. If they did, ain't no chains, ain't no fences around my yard. I welcome them. I welcome them. In the bundle. In the bundle. Ain't nobody playing with these cats, bro. I was born and raised in a family that beat me. They had to beat me because they needed me to die. And they couldn't get me to die. But the problem was that they couldn't stop beating me because it was an experiment. It was an organization that told them they better keep beating me if they want to keep eating off of me, if they want to keep getting paid off of me. So they beat me and beat me. So just off of my house alone, I became an OG before I even walked 2 feet on the streets. There's 4 clubs around my house that you don't see. And it ain't but a couple feet. And they used to be wide open. So many people used to be on these streets, you couldn't even see the streets. This was the penitentiary to me. To me, it was worse than the penitentiary. Because they paid everybody to not be a friend to me, to not be a lover to me, to not be family to me. And not only not be a family, a love and friend to me, but to torture me. So every day I came out of that house, I had a fight to meet. Fought so much, I knew exactly who I was gonna fight, as if I had a meeting, like a boxing ring. This is who you fight, KO and everything, 50 and oh, yeah, and then they sit 7 feet. Yeah, and then they sit 3. And yeah, and then you surely to get beat. Every single day. I had to go to school with wounds all over my face, bruises all over my body, and the teacher just turned face. Even though they wanted to help me, but they knew it was a concerned case. But since it was an experiment by an organization that everybody get paid, they had no choice but to turn their face. I always been in the lion cave. Okay? I just want everybody to know that, you know. I could be this face. Some say when you fight, you can't use that in a fight. Well, I done been fighting so much, sometimes my fight is just like they are on TV. I made sure to do that because you're right. They don't look like they do on TV. So since I had plenty of time to fight and I had a whole lot of fights to fight, I made sure to make it look like it was on TV. How did they do this on TV? I'm out here sweeping and everything like I'm on TV. I learned this from Mortal Kombat. They call it sweeping. Now, I've been in prison my whole life, man. When you're a sacrificial baby, it don't matter if you go to prison or not. When you're a sacrificial child, it don't matter if you've been shot or not. When you're a sacrificial child, it don't matter about none of that gangster stuff. Because you was meant to be raped, molested, beat on, trashed, crashed, constantly, over and over and over and over, and hopefully you die. But since some guy's child, dying didn't meet their eye. I told y'all my alarm clock was an elbow to my spine. And I was just a child. And I better not cry. Okay? Now, let me get back to what I was trying to say. Oh, yeah. So God showed me. He showed me all these organizations. He showed me these powerful people that's part of this. He showed me how I was actually pulled in this accidentally, and I wasn't even supposed to be a part of this, but the Astro made sure I was a part of it because it was time for it to stop, and they needed someone to intercept it. What better person to intercept such evilness, such horribleness than God's child? You know how many kids lost their life for this? You know how many grown-ups lost their life for this? You know how many people been sacrificed through something like this? It ain't just my family. This is worldwide. Watch out. So anyway, so he showed me how they were doing magic on me. And he gave me all these beautiful gifts. He gave me the gifts of singing, dancing, singing, dancing, creativity, ideas. And he showed me since I never had the beauty in this, since I never had no gifts, I knew this is how in tune I was with. See, I envy those who got gifts because I never had no gifts. And so when God came to me to teach me how to be a man after he got me out of hell, he gave me these gifts. And I cherish these gifts. I held these gifts. Oh man, these gifts was from Father God. I love these gifts. And God gave me the gifts and took the gifts fast as he gave me the gifts. I was just so hurt about the gifts. And I could feel the gifts leaving me. But God didn't take the gifts from me. God wanted me to see how they were throwing magic on me, decipher the gifts. Ooh, wait. Oh, wait. My God. My God. And then he said, you're an ambulatory float. Watch me shift gears in your stick shift. And then watch me take the gears from your stick shift. And then watch me not take the gears from your stick shift. And watch them put you in a basement where they can video you. And all of a sudden you lose the gears of your stick shift. And then go to YouTube and you're going to see your dance moves. And you're going to hear your song too. How they just cipher energy out of you. My gifts. So it was like God gave me these gifts and I felt these gifts coming to me. And then God took these gifts from me and I felt God take it from me. Then God gave me back these gifts so I could feel, why did God do this? So he could let me know how it feels when somebody take these gifts from me. And when I realized it wasn't God taking these gifts from me, I knew that it was man. And man knew how to use witches and warlocks to take gifts from me. So if they've been doing it to me, they could do it to anybody out there, not just me. This is called forbidden jutsu. They shouldn't have never even started it. That's why it's forbidden, because you don't need it. Because it affects everybody. If you affect one person gift shift, you affect a whole energy. You affect the whole frequency for generations to come. Now, if we could just get you to stop doing magic, please. But I realized that God showed me how these people were supposed to be angels and how he clipped their wings and they lose their wings and they become witches and warlocks. And they take their wings, I take their wings. Let's say they were bothering me. They started attacking me. When you lose your wings, you lose them gifts. And the little gifts that you still use and are able to use and that you call gifts are just residue from the original gift. So I take them wings and add it to my wings. That's why my wings look so lovely. Now see, this is explaining the depth of it. This is my mission from God. This is my purpose from God. See, Job and Joseph in the story told their part of the story, but it's surface in this. It's levels to this thing. And it's one level, unless they burned it, that we never got. And this what I'm telling y'all. This is the part, if they told it, they burn it, and I'm telling y'all now so we can get it. So they can stop doing it. God come through, so God needs you to stand straight up. No weed, no drugs, no nothing. God needs you to be perpendicular. God needs you to stand straight up. Why he need us to stand straight up? So your higher self can take over. They might can put magic on you, but they can't put magic on your higher self. Your higher self is directly connected to God. So as soon as they put magic on you, God get it. It alarms God. God got it. So now you see my purpose. I'm the bait man. It was meant for you to hurt me. It was meant for you to rob me. It was meant for you to detour me. It was meant for you to keep doing things over and over to me, seeing that you've been doing it my whole life. Because these kind of enemies shouldn't be still living. Why? Here's the key. How are you able to torture somebody their whole life and you not get karma? See, that's one of the main things we're looking at. How you able to do such a thing and you not get karma? That's what we're paying attention to. So who light is you hiding behind? Who energy is you hiding behind? See, after this mission is resolved, everybody gonna be sure. This is separating the wheat from the thorns right here, baby. People finna start separating themselves when this is over, period. Whether they grew up with you or not. We here to save souls and we here to elevate the world. Don't nobody forget it. And I was a sacrificial lamb for my Father God, and I'm happy to do that, to help elevate not just my people, but all the people. It's a pleasure to work for God. It's more than a pleasure to work for my Father. I got a thrill off of it, but he showed me so much in detail, and he is still showing me so much in detail that's so unimaginable. If I did cry, when I tell you I cry for God, that's what I'm talking about, because God is telling me inside exactly what's going on with you guys. And sometimes all I could do is cry. I ain't never cried for myself. I ain't got no reason to cry for myself, because these 5 years that I've been going through is nothing compared to what I've been going through my whole life. When I cry for God, and I'm crying for what God just showed me about you guys. You who was supposed to be on his side, regardless. He showed me how lovers, even new energy, came and left, abandoned me. How not to trust them. Don't look at them no more. Don't watch them no more, because you can't trust them. They're supposed to be on your side, but instead they abandoned you. You can't trust them. Dust them. I'll take care of them too. Then he showed me how illnesses started coming upon these people. Yeah, you got you a nice car too. Yeah, you got you some clothes too, and a house too probably. But he showed me how the money wasn't even worth it. He showed me how Judas money actually cursed you. He showed me the illnesses. He showed me barrels, just like the barrel they got in the physical, where they put your talent in this barrel, in this trash barrel, whatever, in the physical, and they can cipher your energy from you. He showed me how in the spiritual, that is real too, but instead, all your prayers go in this barrel. All your meditations go in this barrel. All the people that you done truly help out of your heart go in this barrel. How you done things from your heart go in this barrel. Sensitivity go in this barrel. He showed me how you overcame doubt. That go in this barrel. How too much doubt goes in another barrel. Then he showed me how you fill these barrels up. Once you fill these barrels up, you get what you want. Let's say you wanted a wife, you wanted a family, you wanted a house, where you just fill these barrels up. But as you filling these barrels up, in order to fill these barrels up, 9 times out of 10, well, really, I don't know, but you being in your purpose. That's your purpose. And don't try to go make a book. Because this is God's book. You just gonna curse you in that book. If you want to put together a book and you waiting on me to get out to put out the book, that'll be your best chance with the book. Don't curse you. This is God's stuff. Y'all shouldn't never did nothing like that anyway. Disgraceful. Y'all actually taking downloads from God and edit them as they come. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Who you think you are? You moving greater than Satan. You act like you bigger than Satan. Who do you think you are? And that's why ain't nobody backing you, not God or Satan. Now you just on the lunch menu. And that's real too. He showed me how they was taking my music, taking my ability, my lungs. He showed me all this stuff. And then he showed me how he was taking it back with interest. Leaving you all messed up. Peace and love out there. Amen.